In this internet land of ours, your website is like your house. So if you're on the fence about what direction you should go in, what platform to use, or what theme to buy, don't feel bad because it's a really big deal and it's worth the thought that you are putting into this decision. After years of building my own sites and tinkering with WordPress, I switched to a Tonic Shop site theme about a year ago. And I thought that now would be a great time to share my experience with you. In this video, I'm going to talk about what is the thing that finally made me press buy on my purchase, the instant results that I saw after making the switch, what I love about using Tonic Site Shop websites, and what I wish was a little bit different. And lastly, the type of person that I think a Tonic Site Shop website theme is best suited for. If you've been considering updating your website and making a switch to Tonic, this video will help you overcome that decision fatigue. In my 15 plus years of being a creative person online, I've used many different web platforms, including, this is quite the throwback, a platform called iWeb, where I built my first website and my wedding website. But for the most part, I have used WordPress. So a little over a year ago, I had grown increasingly frustrated with WordPress and my inability to have complete control over my layouts. And that's what led me to start seeking some new options, and Showit was the platform that kept coming up for me again and again. Showit is the platform where Tonic Site Shop websites work, and the beauty of it is it still allows you to use WordPress for your blogging needs, but for the main part of your website, it has this fantastic builder that allows you to make any kind of design modification that you can imagine. And in addition to being frustrated with WordPress, I was also in this really low point in my business, the worst it's been in my creative career. And it just felt like everything that was working had stopped working. So my Etsy sales were down, my site traffic was down, I was losing subscribers, and I started to take it personally to the point where I was embarrassed to even share a link to my website publicly because it was in such a sorry state. So in a way, making the decision to switch to Showit and to purchase a Tonic Site Shop was kind of my version of going to get this great makeover after a bad breakup. And I'm going to share the results of that in a minute. But in the meantime, I have a question for you. If you're thinking about your website as your home on the internet, right now, are you feeling like it's the kind of place where you are excited to invite your friends over to come hang out? This is an easy yes, no, but if you want to elaborate, I would love to listen. So please share with me in the comments. I think I've referred to this in other videos, but relaunching my website last year, using Showit and using Tonic was kind of like my Hello Dolly moment. And if you're unfamiliar with Hello Dolly, you're not a musical theater fan, it's okay. Essentially, like Dolly, the main character in the story, I was feeling like I had no more purpose, that my time on the internet had passed and maybe it was just time to pack up and go home. But when she sings that iconic Hello Dolly song, she is realizing that she does still have a purpose and she still has work to do. And she is sharing about it in the most fabulous fashion. And I must also say, the most fabulous outfit. And for me, the results that I saw after relaunching my website was more powerful than any metric. And that was that I started showing up again to the fullest. I was excited to invite people to come and look at my beautiful website, to encourage them to explore my archive of past posts and videos and share my resources with them. And best yet, I was reinvigorated and excited to share new content. I think it's important to mention here that relaunching my website was absolutely a turning point for me. But when I did so, I didn't have all of the answers about the direction that I was going in. I didn't even know what my business offerings were going to be. But I did know that once this site was up, I was ready to get moving and figure out those answers. So, if you are in a position like I was, where maybe you're feeling a little bit directionless, or maybe you're rebuilding, reinventing yourself, or figuring out the next creative path to take, just like Dolly, looking and feeling your best will help you figure out those answers. After I purchased my Tonic Site Shop theme, there was a surprise that I wasn't expecting. And I feel like they kind of downplay this in their marketing materials. And that is that they are not just designed to be pretty, but also effective. We already established I was feeling kind of down when I purchased this site design. So it's not like I had extra energy to figure out and make those decisions about, like, should I do the about section first? Or where should I put testimonials? Where is the best place to put my opt-in? They have figured all of that out for you. They're not just design experts, they are optimization experts. So I really leaned on their expertise. I looked at the headlines and the blocks of text that they already had in place and just filled in my details. I followed their lead and I was able to execute so much faster than any of the other WordPress sites I had built in the past. I don't think that I need to spend a lot of time talking about how beautiful the Tonic Site Shop designs are. There is no doubt that using one of them is going to instantly elevate you and your work. But if it's been a while since you've perused the catalog, here's my link that you can use. And if you decide that you find one that is good for you, you can use my code Michelle15 to save 15% on your purchase. And this goes for anything in the shop, not just the website themes. And even if you're not particularly shopping for a website theme right now, I sometimes like to visit the site just for a little design inspiration boost, because every time I visit the site, it makes me want to create better work. It's ironic that the reason that initially attracted me to the Showit platform and to Tonic Site Shop themes was a feature that I didn't really end up using much, and that was the ability to drag and drop. Now, drag and drop on Showit is not the same as drag and drop on sites like Wix or Squarespace. It is truly complete design control over where you want things to be placed down to the pixel. So if you come from a graphic design background like I do, especially if you were ever a print designer, Showit is a complete dream because you can change just about anything to suit your design vision. But as I mentioned, because I purchased a Tonic Site Shop theme and everything was it was so thoughtfully placed that I ended up changing very little, and I'm thankful for it because it means that I was able to get my site up and running that much faster. There are two areas in which I have minor complaints, and the reason that I'm bringing them up is more so that if you end up switching to Showit or you end up purchasing a Tonic Site Shop theme, I just want you to know that you're not alone in your frustrations, but also that there are solutions to them. It just takes a little bit of finagling. The first is that while the Showit platform gives you access to WordPress for your blogging needs, you don't have the same beautiful website free reign experience that you have when you're blogging as you do when you're working on the main part of your website. You're kind of at the mercy of what WordPress has set up for us, which is great because it's giving us access to all the best, tools and bells and whistles that are going to supercharge your blog, but it's more about just not having as good of a interface experience. And you can still make your designs, your blog look nice. It takes a little bit more tinkering than it does on the main part of your website. And the second is less of a knock on Tonic and more on the Showit platform, but I have not found the desktop web design to mobile experience to be the most intelligent. They try to kind of guess at how things should look after you've set everything up on desktop, or you could do it in reverse if you want to design mobile first. But either way, it's going to take a little bit of adjusting to make sure that you're not getting any weird overlaps, or if the text might look, too big or too small. In all the time that I spent getting my website up, this is the area where I had to spend the most amount of time fine-tuning all of those little details to make sure that everything looked good on mobile. So now that you've heard about my experience, it's time to start thinking about if using Showit and using a Tonic Site Shop theme is the right decision for you. So to help make this decision a little bit easier, I've put together a 3-part checklist to help you better decide if these qualities sound like you. Number 1, aesthetics are important to you. If you're the type of person like me who has a hard time operating when you're not in an environment that is beautiful, you need a website that you're going to be excited to want to show to not only your clients and customers, but your family and friends too. Number 2, you're a little bit of a control freak. I don't really like that term because it sounds negative. So let's reframe that to say you're someone who prefers to have the ability to make changes when needed. And when you're using Showit and you're using a Tonic site, you don't need to contact your web person if you just want to make a minor change. This platform was built for people like us who want to be able to make tweaks on the fly. And number 3, you're someone who takes your creative work seriously. To me, this is the biggest and most important thing. You don't need to have all the answers or to be the biggest expert or to even have a full business plan. But if you're going to invest in a Tonic Site Shop theme, it's cashing in your chips on yourself and believing that you are worth it to figure out your best path. And the best part is, as creative people, our paths are changing all the time, and Tonic Site Shop templates make it really easy to adapt alongside us. If those 3 things don't sound like you, but you still love the look of Tonic Site Shop's designs and want to use them in a different way, they also offer Canva templates for social media, for presentations, for sales funnels, and more, which is a great way to bring professionalism and an instant elevation to your online presence. Remember to use this link and my coupon code Michelle15. You can find all the information below as well. And using that link and that coupon code will take 15% off anything on their site. If you do end up purchasing a Tonic Site Shop theme, I would love to see which one you picked. Drop me a comment below and tell me all about your new website. And if you're reimagining other parts of your online presence, here's where you can catch a video where I share about my experience using Flowdesk, the email platform that I switched to right around this time in conjunction with my website relaunch, because I wanted to send emails that were just as pretty as my website. Until we meet again, get out there and make something beautiful.